guys just saw us move our pigs to their fresh paddock in the woods. I've shown you how I moved them before in the pasture, but you haven't seen the disturbance that they cause in the woods for us, which is pretty cool. They do tons of great work. So if you see behind me, this right here is all where they were at previously. You can see that they really rooted this up. The soil is nice and loose, and they've eaten down all the vegetation that was in here, which they love because the woods really is their natural habitat. There's tons of nuts out here and all different types of forage for them to just enjoy. Plus it's really cool under the canopy of trees, which they like because they don't want to be out in the hot sun all the time. So if you see where they're at right now, lots of vegetation over here in their new spot, which is actually what this previous spot looked like before they moved over here where Josh is at.
Yeah, so how often do we move them per se?
It kind of depends on how quickly they root and eat everything down. So it could be anywhere from a couple days to a week. And
so the fencing we had there, it's a little bit bigger than this fencing. We had them in there probably about 6 days, and they did all that. So today they got moved, and this fencing is probably about half the size. So we're thinking they'll be in here probably 2 to 3 days, 3 days max. We'll hopscotch them again with electric netting.
Yeah. She's going down.
Got her.
So this is one of Josh's favorite pastimes. So these guys are long overdue to actually go into the freezer, but we've been waiting to get our solar freezer set up before we can butcher them and get them in there. But the pigs are not our big project today.
No, the big project is we're going to start working with the goats. We got to add, I guess, we're going about 300 feet down, part pasture, part in the woods. And it's going to be a 300-foot run, probably about 50 feet wide, with I think 5 or 6 paddocks, cutting them off in between.
Yes, and we plan to build onto this as time goes on, but this is going to be a much more efficient and much easier way for us to move them and rotate them through the woods. So that's the project today. Come on, Josh, quit petting your bacon. See, guys, when we get low on bacon in the winter, I can just cut some off his back.
You know, I'm getting the rub down from Aaron. That's how I rub Aaron down. It works every time. That's why I work on the pigs.
I'd let Josh drive, but we all know how bad his driving record is.
It's flawless.
Carter, Spider-Man, hop in, let's go.
I'm Spider-Man. Iron Man.
Come on, girl. This is our trail that goes through the property. I don't know that you guys have seen much of this other than the back trail that we took you through probably a couple of months ago, but this is the one that runs along the length of our pasture. Such a beautiful trail. We've got the pasture on one side and the creek on the other. It's just awesome.
Watch out. Okay. Go ahead, bud.
So Carter's pulling out the existing hot wire that we previously had. We've always run our goats in hot wire or electric, I guess I should say, and that's the same thing that we're going to continue doing. However, this method is going to be slightly different. It's going to be strands of hot wire rather than electric netting that we've previously used. And still the same idea behind it, where we're hopscotching them down so they're always having a fresh paddock, which helps cut down on our parasite issues. It also helps to keep the goats busy and just happy and loving life. It's going to be existing paddocks that we can just move them through, so I'm not actually moving electric netting every day. So it's going to make my life so much easier. Today we're just going to be starting with 300 feet down, like Josh had said, which will probably break up into about 5 paddocks, but eventually the plan is to have it wrap all the way around the pasture. They're coming? Yeah. Good. Do y'all see Josh down there? I told you he's a crazy driver. It's hot out here, isn't it? Is your water good?
that ground right there, make that our corner post, and just pull down 300 feet and see what it takes us to.
Okay.
You hold the dumb end, I get smart end. Your grandma.
So we measured down 300 feet so we know where we're at. It's bowed out a little bit, like the wood line that's coming out with the brush, so we need to bush hog it in order to have a nice straight line.
Yeah, so we get the bush hog on there, cut down through there, get that straight.
Make the wire tight.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good. Get some posting real quick. Good to go. Got choke up on it, Aaron.
That's hard.
Well, hop to it.
Don't you think there's an easier way to do this? You probably don't have the right size auger, do you?
Oh, I definitely do.
Well, go grab it then, Josh. Pull
right.
it out. I mean, come on. What did you guys think he meant?
Go, big country. Hold up.
That little country.
Get in there. It all went wrong there. We got the bit stuck.
There's some operator error.
There's an operator error, definitely. That's why Aaron got thrown off the tractor ASAP.
And who was the operator, Josh?
Aaron got thrown off that
I
tractor
can-
ASAP.
I see your
Ellie?
nose growing by the minute with your lies.
Well, your butt's growing by a minute, so it doesn't really matter.
Had to break out Josh's spoon for this one. Okay, so post 2 is in. We've got this one here, and then you can see the other one is 300 feet down there. So now we are going to head into the woods right over here. And the pins are, I guess we're doing like 50 feet wide, right?
Roughly.
Yeah.
Give or take.
So put another post in here at this end, another corner post up in at that end, and then start metal posts.
That's it.
Post number 4 in. This is our final corner post.
What we're going to do next, we're going to take a piece of string from this post down to that post so it's straight, and then we'll go ahead and put the T-post in there because nobody wants a fence line to go like this.
What are you guys doing in there? The boys' primitive style fort. Do, Josh.
Alright, so the rope's heavy, obviously. It's laying on the ground right now. What we're going to do is take the rope and tie it to either the bucket of the tractor or the buggy and wrap it around that post to get that tension up in the air so we have a nice straight line so we can start slamming in our T-posts.
Nice straight line all the way down, held tight by the trusty buggy.
Calories in and calories out, what are you doing right now? But she still hasn't burned the calories that she brought in so far today.
This is the 16th one that I've driven in, okay?
Yeah, out of 45.
Josh only tapped one a couple times.
Not true. We did 45 so far. She's done 16 out of 45. It's good
Remind
for
me
you.
to take you guys and show you the fence posts.
Going there sideways. I know you like angles, but not this. How Aaron likes it.
We are installing these isolators right now on the wooden posts. We're gonna have 5 strands of hot wire on here. 3 hots and 2 grounds, right?
Yeah. So it'll be 5 strands, 3 hot, 2 ground, correct?
Yeah. All the way down. So this is
Or,
gonna,
yeah, ground, negative, whatever.
so this is gonna go run all the way down. It's like a big rectangle coming down, over, and then up the path through the woods. And then we're gonna have the entry gates that we're gonna hopscotch, and we'll show you guys that once we get to that point. We've got to put these on and then pull the hot wire and attach to each of the metal posts. And we're not worried about the kids getting in and out. One, the animals are gonna get lit up anyways if they touch the fence. But second of all, with our kids, piglets, lambs, and everything that we've had, if they do ever happen to get out, they don't go far from mom, and they always go back in anyways. Yeah. And then by the time they would be confident enough to stray, they're too big to get out of the fence anyways. So no, that's not a concern for us.
Nope.
Our predators. We don't have a huge predator problem out here, so we're not worried about that either.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty surprising. But no, we're not worried about that either. So yeah, let's finish this. Wire tied onto both the post and then down here, and that's going to keep tension on both the post and the wire.
Essentially, yes, you're correct. I'm going to take this, tie it to that, pull it back like that, tension that way. It should be nice and sturdy. Built kind of like Aaron, like a brick house. So we got our pulley installed. The wire is actually going to run through here like that and come around and go straight towards the other post. So we're going to have 5 for each strand on this post right here, and on that other corner post, same thing. Alright, so we pulled this wire from this post down to both pulleys, down, around, and back on up. I had Aaron on one side of that post pulling through. Tough work. So now we're going to go ahead and tie this on, and we'll crank that side tight. good on that. Just got enough slack up. Let's go ahead and put those little isolators on the T-stakes, get them up and see what we got, and then if we need to crank it down again, we will. It's tight, wrapped all the way around. Got it banged out and done. And tell you what, driving T-stakes and putting these posts in everywhere, seems like we didn't get much done. It was a lot of work.
It was.
What do you think?
I'm exhausted.
I'm freaking beat. I mean, I want to go back and start working in that house. That's how I feel right now. I mean, geez, take a break.
Suddenly building the house looks like a break.
Yeah.
So the next thing that we're going to be on to is going down every 50 feet where we separate the paddocks at, putting in a couple of T-stakes that go across and the gates that they're going to move through.
Yeah, so we also got 4 more lines to put up. So we right now have 1 hot wire, but we have a total of 3 hot wires and 2 grounds.
Yes.
Once we get those up, we got to move their, I guess, their removable shelters in there, their waterers, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, all
to get those goats running.
All those little things. So we're getting close. I think we've got the hard parts
Yeah,
done with.
all the posts in there. Vast majority of the T posts and the wooden posts are in. So yeah, that was the hard part.
Yep. This is just one of more of those things that we're trying to knock off the list before winter hits, so that we can get all the animals squared away with their, little
New
sections.
areas.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long it takes for them to I guess use up that paddock before
Yeah.
they get moved. So
Yeah, that'll
we're
be
kinda
interesting to see.
Yeah, we're uncertain right now about that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time with another house build video.
Yep. See ya.